man. Hey guys, welcome to an all-new review right here on ToyWorldOrder.com. ToyWorldOrder.com.
Mine hasn't come yet.
No, it's coming though.
Yeah, I had to buy my own uniform.
Gang, we're back with an all-new review, and this time we're taking a look at a very, very special review. This, of course, as you all know, the G.I. Joe Collector Club's annual convention, G.I. Joe Con, is in Springfield, Illinois this year.
Yay!
Yep, you'll be watching this review the day before the convention opens up for a lot of the registered members to pick up their store product from the Joe Club. This guy, I'll be standing in line, even though I'm not a member. I'm still going to stand in line, film some stuff. You know, we're going to be doing some work.
Filming? I thought you were just hanging out with me. Now
I'm still hanging out, but I'm still going to film some stuff. Because come on, man, you need shots of that line and some angry people.
You may get it this year.
I may. But we're here with an all-new review. This time we got a very special advanced look that we are looking at none other than the G.I. Joe Collector Club box set for 2015. The G.I. Joe Tiger Force versus the Iron Grenadiers box set for this year's JoeCon. Dun, dun, dun. It's a 15-figure box set, and as you can see the box, for those of you that have never been to a JoeCon, have never seen the JoeCon merchandise, this is the figure set that you get when you're a member of the club and you register for the convention. You have the option to purchase both a box set and a bag set.
Well, you have an option to purchase either this set or a 12-inch set, and then you can purchase an additional bag set of these figures if you get this set.
Yes.
But you can't get the bag set unless you buy this set.
Unless you buy this set, so yes. But this, as you can tell, the box for this is beautifully done.
They always are.
They are always very beautifully done. It's very simplistic, and the imagery works really well. Where you've got the giant G.I. Joe logo across the top. You've got the Tiger Force versus the Destro Iron Grenadiers there.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the Tiger Force, the design in the background there, kind of shadowing everything, which is really cool. It's just a beautiful, beautiful set to begin with. The box set is gorgeous. Not much on the sides. You know, all four sides here. You know, the tops here. The two top and bottoms just show.
There's a lot of text information.
Yeah, there's like the Joe, you know, the G.I. Joe Club logo for the convention here. You've got the G.I. Joe Collector Club logo there. Of course, the Hasbro logo, because these are licensed. It's a licensed convention. It's Hasbro's licensed convention. Yep. And on the sides here, you've got some special thanks for people that worked on the box set, as well as over here, you've got a list of all of the different characters that are in here. And even though there's 15 characters, there are
a few army builders.
There are 3 of each.
Usually that's how it goes.
Yeah, there's usually 6 figures that are army builder figures. So beautiful, beautiful box set though. The front of the top of the box is just gorgeous. It's very sturdy too. It's a very, very sturdy, sturdy design. Yeah, it's a solid chunk of cardboard. And then what you find inside as you open it is this beautifully, beautifully displayed set. I mean, just gorgeously, gorgeously displayed in foam. You know, all the cut foam for all the characters. In the middle here, you've got this really cool. These come. I think they've done these for all of their box sets, but it is a G.I. Joe Collector Club.
It's a pen, yeah.
2015. It's got our city name and town. It stayed on there, Springfield, Illinois. Yeah. But it's a double backed pin that you can.
Yeah, they have those. They have those. Every box set that I've gotten has had one of those.
Has had one of those. So that's a kind of a nice piece to have. You know, just all the box sets. Usually the center of the set is that.
Yeah, it's usually
that commemorative pin. Yeah. But you can see all the figures here. And you see Cobra on one side.
Iron Grenadiers.
The Iron Grenadiers, I apologize. Sorry, there's no Cobra in this year's box set. I apologize.
Yes, ironically, we housed the convention in Cobra's hometown of Springfield, and they are not a significant factor in the set.
But the Iron Grenadiers, Destro's little team there, as well as the Tiger Force Joes. So it's really well done. As you can see, they're all. We'll take
General
Mayhem out. As you can see, they're all really easy to pull in and out of the foam there. It makes a nice display if you don't want to display all your figures. And then, of course, all the Joes and all the box sets, the foam insert comes out, so you can actually take the foam insert out. And what's underneath here and what's in here are all the individually bagged accessories for all of these figures, as well as all 15 file cards. Yeah. So you actually get file cards for every character in this set, all 15, which is pretty darn cool.
Now what's nice is these newer ones have the stands with the character's name on it.
Yes.
That was not always the case.
No, it was.
So sometimes it was kind of fun to try to figure out whose accessories went to who.
What weapons go to what.
Yeah.
Like this bag I've got here is for Undertow. So it's one of the Undertow guys there, and they've got, there's a missile, there's a mask, there's a trident, there's a backpack, the fins. They've got a little handheld.
The Undertows are Destro's
frogmen. Yep. And then you've got like some of them have more weapons than other. Like this full one here is Big Brawler.
Yeah.
There's a ton of stuff in there for Big Brawler. And then you get somebody like General Mayhem, who just has a few accessories in his bag there. So, or somebody like
that's got to be Lifeline,
which has a bunch of little things, a bunch of little stuff in there. So
yeah, well, I think a lot of this has that a lot of that stuff came with the figure.
Yes,
the 30th anniversary figure.
Yeah,
I'm probably whiffing that, but it was a later issue figure.
Yeah, it was a later issue.
It had a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, so and of course all of these figures usually with JoeCon, with the way they do these figures is in order to cut down on some costs. Some of these figures are actually, they have new head sculpts, which we will talk about in the close-ups. The new heads on some of these figures were done by our friends at Boss Fight Studios, who do an amazing job, as they worked on the Joe line for a long time.
Yes.
While they were employed at Hasbro, but they did the head sculpts for a lot of the newer figures here. We'll talk about those when we get to them. But the bodies and stuff, of course, the box sets are usually just done from existing molds. They're cobbled together from existing Joe molds that are currently, just to save on costs and stuff, to kind of keep the price as low as they possibly can. But they all look really good. So we'll take a look at these figures up close and personal, and Dave and I will give you some insight on each one of them, which is kind of cool. There's a lot of cool figures in this set. So let's take a look at these figures up close and personal. All right, guys, the G.I. Joe Collectors Club 2015 JoeCon box set up close and personal. We have, of course, the box set is 15 figures, but there are 6 of those figures that are army builders.
There are 3 Iron Anvils and 3 Undertow.
So we'll actually be looking at
just the one.
Yep, just we'll be looking at
the
10.
Representative one.
Yes.
And then the other 10 figures.
Yes, and the other 10 figures. So let's move some of these guys out of the way. Let's take a look at Tiger Force Lifeline first.
All right.
Let's get the Joes out of the way, and then we'll take a look at the Iron Grenadiers. Lifeline. Everyone's been familiar with this figure as we got him most recently in the 30th anniversary wave.
I want to say 30th, but it could be. I want to say 30th.
So this is not the first time we've gotten this Lifeline figure.
No, and it looks like based on its accessories are all very much the same as the one with the previous figure. Yes,
and I'll let Dave discuss. Now, of course, all of the bodies here. I'll take this little case out of this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if he's not straight up a redone, then I don't
take him off. Of course, all the bases
stands have their names on them.
Have their names on them, as well as the Joes have the Joe logo there.
And Cobras have the Cobra logo.
Although they're not Cobras.
That is true.
The articulation here, Dave didn't mess with any of the articulation to fix it, but when you get these, a lot of them are going to have, since the way they had to put them in there, you have
to some of the joints will be a little wonky, a little twisted around.
Yeah.
I think they kind of just shove them into the thing and get them out the door.
Yeah.
I notice a lot of the feet were kind of pointy-toed downwards.
Yep.
Yeah, you do have to fuss with them to get them in a good pose.
Yeah. But the articulation is pretty much the same on these, except for a few figures that have. I know Stalker, when we get to him, is one in particular that has a little bit different articulation when it comes to the feet on him. But like Lifeline here, he's got.
I don't think it's that he has different articulation because of the feet. I think it's because we'll get to him.
Yeah, we'll get to him. But he's got Lifeline. Look at he's doing the high step there. He's got the double jointed knees there. He's got double jointed knees. He's got the feet, and all the bodies are pretty much the same. They've got the feet, the ankle joint there, and they can rotate at the ankle there, which is nice. Of course, they've got the classic Joe articulation at the hip there, so they can come out or they can sit down forward there. I don't know why Lifeline's dancing though. Check him out. You've got the articulation here. He's got the rocker, almost like the little rocker joint right there, right above the waist.
Yeah, it's a mid waist.
Yeah, it's a mid waist
upper body joint.
Yep. And then a couple of the figures also have an extra point of articulation at the waist too. We'll get to that too. It's got the shoulders. It's got the normal G.I. Joe jointed shoulders that we're familiar with. It's got a little bit of a ratchet in there. It locks pretty well. You've got the elbows here, so the elbows can move.
The classic ball jointed elbows.
Elbows, and they've got the up and down as well as they can move in and out there. And you've got the hands here. The hands can twist and turn, as well as can Lifelines. I don't think Lifelines can. Some of the hands have a joint so they can move
so
in.
The wrist can go up and down.
Yeah, the wrist can go up and down. But with that out of the way, I will let Dave take you on a journey.
Honestly, I wish I could remember the thing that came just before 30th. I'm getting them. I mean, I know there's people yelling at me. No, it's the other one. But it's a later issue figure.
Right.
Right before the line ended. And he's got most of his accessories. He's got the stretcher with the little strap to hold the figure down.
Yeah.
Which is cool. He's got his little med kit.
Which the med kit is loaded with
The med
stuff.
kit loaded with stuff. It's got a little IV bag.
Little green liquid.
Green.
Weird.
Well, no, just the logo's green.
Oh, just the logo's green. I got you. Like we were discussing that. It's like I don't want green intravenous stuff.
And then this is the little tube that's supposed to plug into the IV bag, and then there's a little clip so you attach it to the figure's wrist. I have not been successful at getting. Why don't you play with that?
I'll play with that while you continue.
But there's a space in the case for the bag.
Space in the case.
Space in the case, and then there's also space in the case for these little paddles. The little not showing up too well, but the cardiac arrest paddles.
Yes.
I can't remember nothing either. But when you go clear, shock them.
Well, it looks like our version of the IV bag. Actually, the hole for this to plug into has not been is not drilled. Yeah. Which I could probably take care of that, but
the helmet's removable. He's got a knife. He's got the pistol, which technically he shouldn't have because Lifeline is a famous pacifist.
Yes.
And he's got his little oxygen canister and a little mask to put on a figure's head. And he's got a little auto-injector pistol here.
Which is cool.
Yeah, which I'm putting in his holster because he's got an extra holster.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure that's what that's supposed to be for, but I mean, overall, it's a cool figure. A lot of cool stuff.
The knife?
I did mention the knife.
Yes, the knife is pretty cool.
I mentioned the knife.
I mentioned the knife. Again, Lifeline is a figure, at least in this line in this version that we're familiar with, and to have him as a Tiger Force figure is pretty cool. It's again, a lot of people were kind of down on the whole Tiger Force.
Yeah, and the deco's cool. I like the deco.
Yeah, the deco's very cool this year with Tiger Force. I really enjoy the look of everything that we've seen in this set. And Lifeline's just another really cool figure.
All right, so
let's move on. Let's take a look at Big Brawler.
All right. Big Brawler is based on, I believe, Red Dog from the Slaughter's Renegades.
Right. He's got that same look.
Yeah, he's got the same build, and I'm pretty sure that's the figure they used. Right down, I think, to the head, too. He comes with a Vulcan minigun.
Which is awesome.
Which they've used in a lot of figures before. And he also has one neat little feature is the headband.
It's actually removable.
Yeah, it's actually a separate piece.
Yeah.
So
good luck.
Yeah, not losing that.
Yeah, that's a small, tiny piece.
We got an assault rifle. We've got this cool sword, which I actually get that down in front of him. Came with a Snake Eyes in one of the, I believe, one of the DVD sets. I'm pretty sure it's the only place I've ever seen it before. People are gonna be yelling, "No, it came with this other guy."
A little green,
and a little green pistol, which I don't believe he has a holster to hold.
Right. These extra weapons, they just kind of sit on his base because there's no real
place for them.
Yeah, especially not with the big Vulcan gun on his backpack.
Yeah, with the minigun, and of course it has the ammo belt that plugs into the backpack. I'm not sure if the backpack's supposed to be up or down, but
it's a very cool feature. But
yeah, it's a cool thing. I know it came with at least one roadblock from the last movie,
and of course you can see the size difference between the two bodies here.
Well, yeah, because he's a big guy.
Yeah, because Big Brawler is a big muscular man. So there's a little bit of even with some of the other Joes on the team, he's the biggest figure out of the whole lot of them. He is just a giant figure.
Well, he's not called Little Brawler.
No, he is not. But a great figure though. He's
very cool. He's probably one of the ones from the set that I actually am kind of most excited about.
Yes, one of the ones that will go up in your display somewhere.
They'll all go up.
Well, yeah, but he's a really well done figure though, and kudos to the club for this character because he's that big Vulcan gun. I know, like you said, they've done it before, but my God, it's cool.
It's a cool gun. Yeah. No,
it's very cool. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at.
Okay, we're gonna do this.
Yeah. Now the base here says Sgt Sabretooth, but actually, there you go. Can you see that?
Yeah, he was listed as wreckage, and
the base is Sgt Sabretooth. So. That might be something that is asked. Not that it's a big deal. In the end, who cares? It's still an awesome figure, so the base is something other than the file card. Yes, it's silly. I'm sure people will gripe about it, but you know what? Who cares?
And the basis of this figure was there was a Tiger Force 5-pack that was released in the early aughts, I believe, during the Valor vs. Venom. It was when they had a lot of those 5-packs, a lot of those multi-packs were being sold to Toys R Us and such.
Right.
And it was a Tiger Force theme, and it actually had most of the. It had Big Brawler, it had Stalker, it had this guy, and it had Dial Tone.
Right.
And this guy's actually the only one that's really true to his color scheme, and he was just basically a repainted Firefly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what they did with this guy.
Yep. I love the color scheme on him compared to the other ones because I love the orange straps and the holsters, like really come off from the green and the yellow, the camo, and then all his like accessories and weapons are like this bright green. I love the look of that. I think it's really cool, and you've got his face mask there, which is like this almost tan.
Yeah.
Almost very
it matches
light
his boots.
Yeah, matches his boots there, which is pretty cool. But
he comes with an old style Recondo rifle. Now
yes.
we're going to have Recondo in a minute, but this is more of an old vintage style Recondo rifle.
He's got a little pistol here that goes in the holster.
And his backpack obviously is a Firefly type backpack from.
Yes, it is. It's even got the opening
back, where you would put the little tiny cell phone.
Yep.
Back in the day.
Back on the vintage figure. I had the accessories for the vintage figure, but no vintage figure. Go figure. Plus, he has a little
knife.
Little knife there.
That's what I loved about these modern era Joes. All the little, on another figure it would be a sculpted thing. On these guys, there was an actual knife that would be removed, a pistol that you could remove.
Yes, which adds a lot to the figure.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love the modern era Joes.
It adds a whole bunch of that figure, and it's beautifully. The belt here is an extra. It's a separate piece that you actually could take off if you wanted to. So it's just a great figure. But again, the names are completely different from Wreckage on the file card and who he was announced as to the base is saying Sgt Sabretooth.
I don't know what's up with that.
Although I kind of like Sgt Sabretooth better.
I'm just going off. I'm like, I should have brought my Wolverine figures and.
I love it though. He's a great looking figure. The name mistake aside, just a beautiful looking figure.
Cool figure.
And especially when you look at his deco compared to like Lifeline's deco, and you can just see this is the more traditional Tiger Force deco, which is the vintage Tiger Force deco.
There have been multiple Tiger Force decos throughout the ages.
Right.
But yeah, that's more the vintage style. Like I said, Wreckage / Sabretooth is actually accurate to the figure that they put in the 5-pack. He and Jinx both have this color scheme. Now, obviously, there isn't a Jinx in the set. I'm still betting money that it's an add-on figure.
Yes.
And she'll probably have the same color scheme.
Right.
And then Stalker and Dial Tone have like a blue and orange kind of scheme. So I'm kind of glad they went a different direction with those guys.
Speaking of Stalker,
all right,
let's take a look at the first of the Boss Fight Studio head sculpts here with our friend Stalker. Let me move his gun down there so the gun's not shadowing his face very bad. Stalker is simply an amazing figure. From top to bottom, this figure is really cool looking. I mean, he's got the big, he's got the giant, what I like to call
looks like
he's got
the gun.
Yeah, the big roadblock gun.
Yeah, I believe that is.
And then you'll have to.
I believe the pants, the lower body, and then the backpack are Snow Job. I'm pretty sure.
Right, because he has some extra doodads here for what would be Snow Job's,
like
skis.
The pants, the skis, and the.
So there are some extra doodads here on the back
stove.
And on the side here that would plug in. The Stalker doesn't have anything to do, but it's cool looking. It adds a little bit of depth to the figure. But it's got the antenna here, which you can't really see the top of. The antenna that you actually have to plug into the backpack there. He's got the big.
Assault rifle.
Yeah, big assault rifle there. He's got the pistol that comes out. So he's got the little. Oh, you can't see that against my. There we go. We'll show it against Dave's arm.
That's tiny.
Yeah, a little bitty tiny pistol there that plugs into. You couldn't see it against my charcoal hoodie there. Kind of blends in really good.
Oops. Well, it's camo.
It is
Tiger
camo.
Force.
Okay, I can get that back in right now. But we'll take the big rifle out of his hand.
Do we need to get a professional toy reviewer in here?
No.
Okay.
But this is the figure we were talking about where if he doesn't come with from Snowdrop's figures.
Yeah,
the feet here
feet are a little tricky.
The feet here are a little tricky. The feet themselves are not where the joint is. It's actually the feet and the bottom of the pants is sculpted. The joint's right above that. So you've got this joint here, but also the feet here also have the the ankle rocker to where the ankles can slide, whereas a lot of the other figures do not have that feature. This one does. This is more of we see this a lot on Marvel Legends and stuff like that, where you can just basically break the ankles. So, but the first of the boss fight studio head sculpts here, and what's cool about Stalker here is that his beret, his little beret, is actually a separate piece and come off, and this is actually one of the several original sculpted heads that Boss Fight Studios did for the club.
And it was, I believe, it was inspired by the way that Stalker looks on the old Sunbow cartoon.
Yes.
I think they wanted to finally have a Stalker that looked like the one from the show.
And it's pretty darn close. The only gripe I have personally is that the beret does not make good contact with the head, so it's kind of...
Yeah, but that could be a manufacturing issue.
Yeah, it's kind of floppy.
That's tricky to pull off.
Although it doesn't, it's pretty on there now, but it does tend to want to feel like it wants to fall off. But Stalkers, though, I love the knee pads on Stalker. Again, you've got the difference in the deco between him and between Lifeline and Brawler, and even Sgt Sabretooth, where he's Tiger Force on top and the green on the bottom. Stalker's got the Tiger Force pants, and then the very dark, what I think Stalker usually wears is the very dark kind of.
Usually, well, I mean, there have been 2 or 3 versions. The first version was green. Actually, had kind of a tiger camo. He was kind of that classic Vietnam era tiger camo.
Right.
A later version was all white because he was like Yukon Patrol kayak Stalker.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing is that since this is Snowdrop, he actually has a little removable phone on the side there. So that was one of the holdovers, I think, from
yes, it was.
From Snowdrop, was a little removable satellite phone there. But a very, very cool figure, though. Why don't we move on to Recondo over there while I put his weapons back to him here.
Again, Recondo, I think, is just an update of an earlier figure. I'm not even going to try to guess what the thing is again. But he's got the gun, he's got the removable hat.
Yeah, the removable hat's a nice little feature. Again, that would be on any other era or on any other Joe. I think that would be a completely sculpted piece to the head. But in this era with these Joes, it actually is a separate piece, which is really nice and really cool. I'm glad that they did something like that.
Got the crazy hunting tomahawk thing.
Yeah, that thing is brutal looking, man.
Yeah. I can't remember if that came with him, or I know it also came with, I can't remember the guy's name now. Oh, poop. But it's come with a couple of figures before, I know that.
Yeah, he's got the little, the teeny tiny little pistol in his,
Yeah, I'm not sure if that one is removable.
No, it's not. My bad.
Yeah.
It looked removable from my end. I did not put this figure together. That was a Dave figure he put together. But, he's got the backpack on the back there, which is really nice.
Yeah. A
very simplistic figure. Again, I think my favorite part is that giant blade of his and the removable hat there that pops off, which is a nice little feature. Plus, I do like, we'll take his backpack off for a second. I do like on Recondo here that this piece here, and this is the figure I was talking about, the bottom of his shirt is a separate piece of plastic to make it look like, the bottom of that shirt. And then with that off, you can tell he's got the articulation, he's got like the rocker at the mid waist. And then he can actually also turn at the waist, which is none of the other figures so far have been able to do that except for Recondo. And he can even do that with this piece attached to him, like so. You can put that piece back on there, and he can still swivel, which gives Recondo a little bit more range of motion than some of the other characters in the box set, which is not a bad thing, but it's it's a good thing, and it's both. It's a really cool, and he makes a really nice figure. So that almost wraps up the Joes. Let me take a look at our friend Dial Tone there.
This is the 3rd Dial Tone that the club has done.
Which is that really
in the modern era?
Is that really a bad thing? I like Dial Tone.
No, I like Dial Tone. It's just interesting that he's never been done as a mass release character in the modern era.
Yeah, that's kind of odd because the club was the first to do that.
It was a.
Whoops. Sorry. Keep
going.
It was
a membership figure. The original vintage style Dial Tone was a membership figure.
Right.
And then he was re-released in the Mission Brazil box set in his Mission Brazil colors, and now we have him as Tiger Force.
Which I think Dial Tone was always. I may be wrong here. I always thought of Dial Tone as a kind of a fan favorite character. As he was a mainstay. He was one of the main characters.
He was a main player in the second season of the Sunbow cartoon.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why they chose him. I think it's more interesting that Hasbro didn't make him before then. But I mean, there have been several characters that they just didn't get to, and the club has kind of picked up the slack on those.
Right.
But it's just sort of interesting that like he's never they've done 3 versions of him and he's never been a mass release figure so far.
That's kind of crazy.
Modern era.
Yeah.
And again, he was part of that 5-pack I mentioned that had Wreckage and Stalker.
Yeah.
And his color scheme in that was blue and like orange. And it was crazy.
Yeah, and here it's more. He's got the brown sleeves, which the almost looks like this.
He's got shoulder pads. He's got like 80 shoulder pads.
Yeah, he's got like 80 shoulder pads. He's got his backpack that has the raising and lowering.
Yeah, the classic dial tone backpack, the classic dial tone rifle.
Yep.
Yeah. The briefcase, I believe, first came with Hawk. I may be wrong. It's been reused a couple times. And you open it up and it's got a little computer.
Yep, it does open. So it opens up. It's got a little
computer terminal.
Flip-top computer terminal there in the bottom.
And it's got a little submachine gun molded into the... Not molded into
Not molded, but it's...
But it's form-fitted into there.
So the submachine gun can come out to form an extra weapon if need be. And that actually just fits, as you can see. As Dave was saying, it's actually sculpted into the actual case. You can just snap that gun right in there like that. See, there you go. You can see it all
That's
together.
one of my favorite accessories from the later modern era, frankly.
It's a cool accessory. It's really nice. It's really well done. Dial Tone is one of the more simpler figures out of the set, though. I think. I mean, the paint apps on him. The knee pads are my only complaint of this figure because they're kind of silly looking because it
looks like someone smeared mustard on his knees.
Yeah, it does. But that aside, again, I mean, it's another Dial Tone figure, which is not a bad thing, but.
No.
Again, you can't really do... I mean, Dial Tone was in Tiger Force.
Yeah, he was in that 5-pack.
Yeah. So, if you're going to do Tiger Force, you might as well do Dial Tone. So, very cool character, though. Very nice. This one, the hat does not come off.
No, well, I think that's the same. I only have the Mission Brazil one, but I'm pretty sure it's the same head sculpt.
I got you. Very cool. Well, let's take a look at the Iron Grenadiers here. Let's start out with the Undertows over there.
Okay, you want to do the regular or the...
We'll do the regular first. Let's talk about the regular Undertow, the army builder for the set.
The army builder for the set. Now, I believe it uses... In the modern era, they've kind of had the standard diving guy body.
Right.
They've used it for the eels, they've used it for torpedo, and they've used it for wetsuit. And I'm pretty sure this guy is no exception. In fact, that's the torpedo backpack on the back.
Yeah.
He does have this little thing on his head is removable. I know.
There you go.
No one will be seated. So his little headgear comes off. He comes with a little sea sled that has a little removable missile. It's very true to the original figure. The fins are kind of new and updated. They've got the fins. They were moving a minute ago.
Yeah, they have a little bit of articulation.
They fold up, and I think that's for when they're. It's for when one of the characters had them. I think wetsuit. So he could carry them on his backpack.
Right.
They do flip up. Got the trident. The trident, and then the kind of the classic eel spear gun.
Yeah.
In gold, because the Iron Grenadiers colors are black, red, and gold.
Yeah.
So they actually are very sort of true to the.
And I love the look of I love the details on the Iron Grenadiers, just the reds and the blacks along with the gray and the Destro's logo there. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And again, the figure with the you can't really stand them on the stands.
Not that one, no.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the holes. They use the foot pegs to actually hold the fins in place.
Hold the fins in place. I love the little removable masks on these guys, though. I think they're.
I told you they were difficult.
Yeah, they're a little
fussy.
There we go. We'll just leave it like that for right now.
Okay.
But also the little underwater,
sled,
which is cool. The little missile. The missile actually.
And again, that's accurate to the original Undertow figure.
Yep. The missile actually can has a what everyone's used to the regular GI Joe missile peg there, and the missile is removable from the end of there, so you could actually fire it if you wanted. Very cool. And this is one of three the Undertow figures, and of course with the Undertows, you actually have to have somebody in charge, and that
Theory is
the Undertow officer.
Now it's a female figure.
It is. It's very cool. She's a very cool female.
She's a very cool female figure. Again, the helmet headpiece comes off. There you go. And it's just that easy.
Yeah. Yes.
Now she is based on a Baroness body from one of the DVD 5-packs. The Diver Baroness, obviously. Her flippers are molded onto her feet. They are her feet. But that also means that she can stand on the stand.
Yes.
She's got the peg holes.
Yes.
She comes with a trident that came with the other Undertow.
Yes.
She's got a backpack that, again, is similar to the backpack that came with the Undertow. It's a torpedo backpack, and then she's got this weird sort of harness. It was very tricky getting the backpack into the little hole in the back.
Because of the harness. Yeah. She has this little...
She has a little... that's a little pistol that comes with the Iron Grenadiers.
Yes.
And then she comes with the Barracuda, and the Barracuda... Again, came with the original Undertow figure. Came with the Barracuda. A silver Barracuda.
Yeah, there's a little mask that goes on and off. Now, what's special about this female figure is she is a South African character. Actually, according to the file card, she is a South African Iron Grenadier, which is pretty cool. It's
well, the Iron Grenadiers take people from all over the world. They
right,
and it's the best and the brightest.
And it's cool that they made the officer here the female. That's kind of neat.
It is interesting. It's interesting that she's female. It's interesting that she's a person of color.
Don't they usually try to have one female in the box set?
No, not always.
It's very nice though. She's a very gorgeous figure though. A very well done figure. And the body based off that Baroness figure is a nice...
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
I think a couple of us have lamented that the feet are permanently flippers, but you can probably fuss with that and get some. It's an easy foot swap.
Yeah, it is.
Break out the old hairdryer.
Yes, but again, she
yeah, she's a cool character. I like her.
Her wrists though can only spin. They don't actually have the
That figure was one of the earlier figures in the modern era.
Yeah.
And it's a little less. It's a little more underwhelming in terms of its construction and articulation.
Yes. So, but very cool though. The Undertows are very a big part of this set. But the other big part of this set is actually
the Iron Anvil.
The Iron Anvil, which is the second of the Boss Fight Studio head sculpts we'll look at here. And the Iron Anvil is another one of the army builders. There's is there 3 Iron Anvils in there too?
Yes.
Yes, there are 3 Iron Anvils in there. So you've got 3 troop builders for Iron Anvils, and they are very cool looking. They are paratroopers, so hence the parachute the parachute kiblet. Kiblet.
You're trying for kibble.
I'm trying for kibble. I couldn't get it out. The parachute jumper.
The straps.
Yep, the straps down there, but. And then the vest here.
And then the backpack.
Yeah, and then his backpack, which is the parachute backpack there.
And then he's got a...
he's got this crazy, creepy-looking knife there.
A kukri.
Yep, thank you.
No.
And he's got this awesome pistol.
And those came with the Annihilators. You've got him holding it backwards.
Oh, I do, don't I?
Yes, you do.
And we'll fix that later.
Yeah, we'll fix that in post.
That's all right. Not even that. I'll just... I'll fix it now. Let's just...
But I believe those came with the Annihilators from the...
There we go. That's better. That's better.
From the Iron Grenadiers versus October Guard set.
Gotcha. And he's got this little tiny bitty knife that fits in the scabbard there. That comes out.
And again, I love little details like that in the modern era line.
Yeah, I love the fact that his little knife comes out of the scabbard. But
this is one of. I mean, I know this from just buzz. This is one of the hotter characters from this set that people are really excited about.
And a Boss Fight Studio head sculpt for the Iron Anvil there. It's put that arm down so you can see. Very, very beautiful. Beautiful head sculpt there for that character.
It's cool. It's very badass character.
Yeah, the breathing apparatus here, and just the details on it are very nice. So, really, really cool figure. Then we move on to what's probably one of the other anticipated figures in here is Metalhead, which is the third Boss Fight Studios head sculpt there. And they've added some stuff to Metalhead here. The backpack guns here.
The backpack rig apparently comes from a Duke figure that I'm not familiar with.
And those are they can move up and down here.
Yeah.
It's kind of recreates the vintage.
Yeah, because you have the missile launching backpack.
Yep. But he's got tubes on the back that you actually have to plug into the backpack to the actual missiles there. And then the backpack, of course, itself. It's got a little removable.
Wow.
Yeah, a little tiny black pistol. Tiny removable pistol there that fits in there. I almost want to say like they added these pads here.
Yeah.
Because the pads you can feel are a different rubber than everything else. They're different plastics. You can kind of feel that they were added on.
It might just be the whole knee piece.
Could be. He's got at the top of he's got a little knife that pops out of this scabbard right here. That's just a tiny little gray knife. But he comes with a couple weapons there. He's got his submachine gun.
Yeah, or
Dave?
assault rifle.
Assault rifle. As well as a little got his other little pistol that he can hold there.
Yeah.
And then these, when you get these, you actually have to. These all actually individually plug in a certain way to the bottoms there. As you can see, they're kind of the way that they're molded, and the ends here, as you can see, are molded in such a way that they can only plug in one way on all these. You can't just like willy-nilly put these together. You actually have to. Oops, I can't even get it back in from this angle, but you actually have to put it in there together. But the head sculpt on this character is really cool. There's an extra little like. The detail around his neck, like the little scarf around his neck and such, is really neat. And I love the little. You can see the crosshair in his goggle, which is pretty darn neat. And then I don't know if they've done this before. I can't think of. We were talking about the fact that the straps here are actually
pieces of elastic.
As you can see, I can pull them down pretty far. Which is, as compared to.
And again, the
paratroopers, which
the
have
rig is from a figure that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, which
so
have the plastic kibble there, but he actually has this elastic hanging down, which is a nice little touch to this figure. It really adds that extra dimension to Metalhead altogether. But I love Metalhead's design. He's got the pouches here, the extra piece, the pouches here that you could take off if you wanted to and display him a different way. But just a great figure, and again, the little details on him is what really sells it for me. And then last but not least, the last boss fight studio head sculpt figure in General Mayhem, which actually, even though Mayhem did cause some mayhem with people that were not familiar with the fact that this was a character that existed within G.I. Joe already.
Well, from a previous box set, yes.
Yes. A lot of people thought he was Miles Mayhem from the classic Kenner line Mask, which Hasbro owns the rights to.
I'm convinced that's not accidental.
Yeah, I am too a little bit, but he's got.
He is a unique character. He does have a different name.
Yeah.
And a different backstory, but I'm convinced that they were trying to be as close to Miles Mayhem as they could.
Yeah, he's got the little removable helmet there with he's got the microphone and the kind of the goggle sight there, the night vision, but some decorative elements to the helmet there. But
it almost looks a little bit like Voltar's helmet.
Yeah, almost. That's actually what I was thinking.
I wonder if that's a reuse, but I'm not sure.
It may be. But the last of the Boss Fight Studio head sculpts here, the new head sculpts is General Mayhem, and it's beautifully done. His big old mutton chops there hanging down, and the beard. I love the fact he comes with a big old rocket launcher, and then this kooky looking.
I think that's the other Annihilator pistol.
Is it?
I'm not mistaken.
I remember pulling it out of the bag and looking at you and going, "That's a weird gun."
Yeah, I think that's the other Annihilator gun.
Like it's kooky.
Maybe wrong. I've probably been several times throughout this review, but. Pretty sure.
And I wonder how many of this figure people get extras of that they're going to, customizers will grab onto, because anytime a figure has a suit.
Suits are very popular.
Yeah, suits are very popular with Joe customizers.
I don't know that this one will get a lot of customizing just because it's so expensive and hard to get.
Yeah. I love the baggy pants.
And of course, this rocket launcher has been used before. And the grenade comes out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Didn't know that, did you?
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, that came with a bunch of Vipers.
It's pretty darn neat.
No.
Beautiful, beautiful set, though, all together. I mean, everything in this box set is well done. The Collector Club really went above and beyond the Call of Duty with these figures, I think. A lot of people griped about them, but seeing them in hand and up close and personal, they're really cool.
They're really well done.
There you go, guys. There's a look at the G.I. Joe Collector Club JoeCon 2015 box set, which is, of course, Tiger Force vs. the Iron Grenadiers. Yep. Special thanks to the club for providing us this box set to look at. Again, an amazing, amazing set. If you didn't get a chance to make it to JoeCon, of course, you can find these. Unfortunately, you can find them on the aftermarket. Or you can be the very, very lucky winner and actually I want to make sure my date is right here. You actually can win this set from us. That's right. We're giving away this Collector Club box set.
This very set
this
you see
set,
here right now.
The set that we reviewed.
That we have touched.
We have touched. We have taken some of the accessories out of the bags, but don't worry, we'll rebag those accessories. But you can win this Collector Club 2015 Joe-Con box set from us, from ToyWorldOrder.com. All you have to do is send me your name and your address to admin@ToyWorldOrder.com. The address right below, admin@ToyWorldOrder.com. You have until May 1st, Friday, May 1st, to send me your name and address to admin@ToyWorldOrder.com. On May 1st,
we'll be watching Avengers.
Well, but I will have Dave go through the emails, and Dave will pick one winner out of all the emails we get. I got to make you do something.
Okay, but like, shouldn't it be a random thing, or?
Well, that's what I mean. We'll randomly pick a winner out of all the entries.
It'll be a random system to pick out a winner.
That's right. But you can win this box set directly from us at ToyWorldOrder.com. So make sure you send your name and address to admin@ToyWorldOrder.com by Friday, May 1st, in order to have a chance to win.
2015.
Yes. To win this amazing Joe-Con box set from us for free.
For free.
That's right. You don't even have to pay shipping.
It's
we'll pay that.
$400 value right there.
That's a $400 value for free.
I mean, the box, the pen, all the accessories.
You get it all.
Everything you saw us show you tonight is going to your house if you win.
Even Sgt Sabretooth.
Even yeah, and that might be a misprint. That could be a super rare, one of a kind thing.
So
probably not, because you got this box randomly from the pile, but we don't know. Crazier things have happened. They could be sitting there with a magic marker right now, correcting them all.
That's true. So, gang, make sure, once again, admin@ToyWorldOrder.com. Send me your name and your mailing address, and I will pick a winner randomly, or actually Dave will, because I gave that job to Dave, randomly on Friday, May 1st, and we'll make sure to notify the winner as soon as we pick them, and we'll even announce a winner video. We'll send up a winner video for us. So make sure you do that and enter, because it's the only way you're going to win. You won't win unless you enter, so make sure
yes, by definition.
Yes, make sure you enter, gang. And until next time, if you're going to Joe-Con this year, you'll
say hi. We'll be there.
We'll be at Joe-Con. You'll be able to run into us, so make sure you check us out.
I will be in line to get my own version of this.
I'll be sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Well, gang, until next time, again, special thanks to Fun Publications and the G.I. Joe Collectors Club for providing us this amazing box set.
Indeed.
Not only to review, but to give away to one lucky, amazingly lucky winner for this box set. Again, a $400 value for free to one lucky winner, so make sure you enter. But Dave and I will be back real soon with some new reviews, and I'll be back with the little fuzzball puppet Devall very soon as well. So,
oh no.
Yeah, I know. So, gang, until next time,
keep playing with your toys.
We'll see you later, gang. Take care, and good luck, because you'll need it. Yo, Joe!
Yo, Joe.